Hello guys, welcome back to another Death Frontiers video. Today I'm gonna be showing you my level 50 revolver pistol build, so let's get straight into it. Right, so the first things first, as always, skills and gear. So let's get into the skills. Sprinter 5, Pistol Expert 5, Headhunter 5, Hunter 5, Marksman 5, Reloading 5, Quickshot 5, Toughness 5, Jogger 5, Looter 5, and Quick Reflexes 1. So I'm explain. Sprinter, well, cause you know guys, I'm always a sprinter. I just love sprinter. I just prefer sprinter. It's personal preference. You can go for jog if you want. My main skill for mobility is sprint. So we're done with that. Pistol Expert 5 because we're using pistols. This is the reason why we have Pistol Expert 5. Headhunter because we focus on headshot damage, so we need that. Hunter for damage versus mutated, which is damage against bosses, which I highly advise you to get if you're bossing. Marksman 5 for that aim speed, maximum and accuracy, and some range. Reloading 5 for that build speed and ammo capacity, which is really important on this build. Quickshot 5 for that aim speed and attack speed, which helps a ton. Toughness 5 for that health, which I find really important because some enemies are really strong, and if you do not have enough incoming damage, they will one-shot you, and if you do not have enough health. So I highly advise you to get the Toughness 5. It's a must pretty much. Jogger 5, cause alright, when you sprint, for a sprint it takes 0.5, like half a second to get to the full sprint speed, and that's where Jogger comes in, you know, like where it helps. Having Jogger 5 helps us because in that period of time for the sprint to get to the full speed, we have some jog, you know, so we can outrun the boss, you know, out jog him. So that's why we have Jogger 5, and I highly advise you to do also if you do not have already Jogger and Sprinter together. Either if you're a Jogger, you want to have a Sprinter. If you're a Sprinter, you want to have a Jogger. Simple as that. Looter 5 for that surge speed and find unique, elite, and superior, which is really good. Saves us a second, that 50% surge speed. So for each boss, 1 second helps a lot. And quick reflex is level 1 for the dodge and incoming stun recovery. Have in mind this character is prestige 1, level 50, so we have 51 skill points at disposal. So the next 4 skills will go to quick reflexes, and the last 5 skills would probably go to the aim for the heart or exterminator, but most likely would be exterminator, but we'll have to decide. Still, this is not a final build, so have that in mind. Let's get to the gear. Alright, so this is our Anaconda. Headshot, mutated, stun, duration, and reload speed. This is our stat stick, joggers, jacket, our headpiece, gloves, feet, and our backpack. So let's talk about it. In your pistol, you want to focus on headshot, mutated, reload speed, and ammo capacity. Those are the stats you want to have on your pistol, which I was not able to get, unfortunately, but hey, this is alright. Having stun duration instead of ammo capacity is still alright. So you want to have stats as high as possible. You want to have plus 40 headshot and mutated. Every other stat it's you know, whatever, but headshot and mutated must be plus 40. In gear marathon, you want to have those sprint stats as I have, incoming gear mutated. It does not have to be end game marathon, but having like a static like this, you know, or something similar without sprint duration is really good. So I highly advise you to get end game marathon if you do not have it. Elite joggers, inventory, incoming triple sprint stats. The joggers does not have to be like mine. They can be just triple sprint stat, and incoming damage should be more than enough. Inventory is just something extra. If you do not have it, that's alright. Elite leather jacket, incoming damage, inventory, stun recovery, and health. Those are the really 4 important stats. Try to get incoming on the body piece at least minus 25. I do not advise to use armors because armors are really expensive to repair, so I highly suggest you to get the jacket, and they break really fast, so I highly advise you to get the leather jacket. So as I said, 25 incoming. Inventory, anything that's like 45 and above inventory capacity is alright. Incoming stun recovery 40 minimum, that's great, and health 40, anything above is great. We're using the unique headpiece red band because it gives us headshot, maximum accuracy, reload speed, and mutated. There is no need for maximum accuracy, but it helps actually. Would be better to have instead of that ammo capacity, but it's alright, you know. And I was like, well, I couldn't find, you know, the headshot imitated real speed and ammo capacity headpiece, so I went for this one. I was like, look, it's cheap, I think everyone can afford it, and it's decent. So I was like, I'm gonna get this into the build, and it actually turned out to be really good. These are our gloves, but yeah, you want to have headshot, mutated real speed, ammo capacity. That's what you want to have on your headpiece. For gloves, you want to have headshot, mutated, damage resist infected, and like ammo capacity or like real speed. Completely up to you. But I have headshot, mutated, infected, stun duration, which is alright. I couldn't find the gloves that I wanted, but it's alright. So all the stats on your on each stat must be above 40 for your headpiece and your hands. So have that in mind. So it's decent, you know. Headshot mutated is above 40, so I'm happy with that. And elite trainers, triple sprint stat and jog speed and footsteps noise radius. All we care about is triple sprint stats and jog speed. Footsteps noise radius is just something extra, which is not that important, but if you can get it, that's great. So the stats, well, sprint speed should be above 20. Sprint cooldown above 20 for sure. Sprint duration above 40 and jog speed above 20 for sure. That's what we care about. Unfortunately, the sprint cooldown is 20 and 21 sprint speed. We can get it better, and we will eventually. Military day pack. That's our backpack that we have. This is a relic one. The normal one would have -5 movement speed and +40 inventory capacity, but since it's the relic one, it has -3 movement speed and +50 inventory capacity. It will have +40, but I have a webbing pouches, so that's why it has +50, because it gives +10 inventory capacity. So that's the gear and the skills. I'm gonna show you now how this build works against the bosses. So let's get straight into it, guys. And as you saw, guys, that's how the build works against all the bosses that we found. So it's really decent. It's not the best build, but I think for like if you want to save some cash and you know, if you care about cash and not care about how much time you spend, I think this build is really good. So let's talk about first full stats. Let's go to the full stats as always. I forgot that. All right, so these are our full stats. This is our damage on our Anaconda. 8.75 body, 1.74 attack speed, stun duration 2.92, headshot 49, 1.36 maximum accuracy error, aim time 0.33, reload time 1.32, clip size 9. Alright. You want to get clip size over 12. That's like, if you can get clip size at 12, that's really good. But over 12 would be better. Endgame marathon, alright, don't care about that. So we have 95 maximum accuracy. Have in mind, maximum accuracy is really not important on this build, but helps you. If you can get it, that's good. Aim speed 99, 91 reload speed. Having it above 100 is like more than enough, or close to 100, like what I have. So this is more than enough. Ammo capacity, well, would be great to have at least 75, at least 75. But you can get it close to 100, like for sure, without a problem. But at least 75. If you can get it to 100 or even above 100, that's great. Headshot 113. It's decent. Having once you have like 110, 15 headshot damage, that's really good. But getting into like 120, 125, if that's possible, that's great. Damage versus infected 52. And 199 damage versus mutated. The maximum you can achieve is 230% with PvP champion on each of them. So 230 on damage versus infected and 230 on mutated is the maximum. So we are 31% of the maximum for damage versus mutated. Plus 113 health, plus 50 surge speed, plus 25 XP gain because of the weekend event. Without weekend event, it's plus 25. Plus 49 inventory capacity, minus 65 incoming damage. Minus 65 is like, that's the at least you should have. So this is the minimum. Like once you have like 70 and above, that's really good. But 65 incoming damage is minimum. Stun recovery, anything above 75 is really good. Like if you can get it to 75 and above, like that's decent. But I advise to have 100. I have once I max out the quick reflexes skill, I'll have over 100. I should have 115, I think, if I'm right. Plus 10 moon speed, that's from the weekend event. We do not care about that. 48 jog speed. You want to have at least 40 jog as a sprinter. At least 40 jog speed. That's how much you need. That's a minimum. I do not know for like how much jog you need to out jog some enemies, but this is how much you need for if you're a sprinter. 82 sprint speed. Once you have 90 or above, you're more than safe from all the bosses, so that's great. 151 sprint duration. Anything above 120 is already good, so this is really good. 70 sprint cooldown. Anything above 65 sprint cooldown is good, but having it like close to like 75 is really good. And dodge cooldown, well, you know, if it's possible to get it to 50%, which I find it already having just quick reflexes 5, that gives like 35, I think, dodge cooldown, or 40, I can't remember exactly. I think it's 35. So I think having like a 35, 40 is already more than enough. But if possible, 50, that's great. And some other stats. Right, so I showed you the full stats, so now let's talk about good and bad sides of the build. As you saw, the build is really struggling against spiked enemies. Like example, if the enemy is fully covered in spines, sorry, like if the head and body is covered, like it's like if the head is covered, you are screwed. You're gonna spend a lot of cash on ammo to kill that boss. So that's a downside to it. It struggles also against optic enemies because the minimum accuracy is not that great. So yeah, those are two bosses that you'll struggle against. Everything, those types of bosses. Everything else, you should not have any problem. You saw we killed Reaper, we killed Tendril, really easy. We didn't have any kind of problems. So optic and spined enemies are gonna be the problems for you. So let's talk about the attachment. What attachment do you want to have on your gun? I think like I said, this is not the final build, but from what I've seen, I don't see a reason to go for red dot or compact scope. I think elite or improved grip tape should be more than enough. If you have a godlike stats, go for elite grip tape. If you have just good stats, go for the improved grip tape. That's what I'll do on this pistol. I'm gonna go for improved grip tape probably, or might get the elite grip tape. We'll see how I feel like it. But yeah, I think because that reload speed really important, helps you a lot, and aim speed really good. So I think grip tape is the best choice for this pistol. So that's all. I hope I didn't miss anything. I hope this helped you guys. So as you know, make sure you follow me on Twitch, where I stream every day, guys. You can come there and ask questions about the game if you want to learn stuff. I'll be more than glad to help you. So make sure you follow me on all socials. I'm gonna leave it all down below in the description. Everything's gonna be in the description down below. Make sure you join my Discord and everything. So yeah, I appreciate you all a lot for taking your time to watch this video. I hope you learned something, and as always, stay safe, guys, and I'll see you in another video of the Frontier 2, guys. Have a good one. Peace.